Let's go, Arkansas fans. We have a lot of fall practice clips to break down. Is Broden really going to be that guy? Because this catch you're about to see is going to be insane. Comment below, do you believe Arkansas will go to a bowl game this year? Okay, so let's break all of these clips down. One thing I did see from watching a few of these 11-on-11 reps is I'm starting to talk myself more into Carmona being a really good SEC left tackle. Here he is going up against Landon Jackson. Obviously, Landon, one of the better players on this team, and this is phone booth level stuff, man. Lock him up. Gotta love it. And something else is I've seen a lot of these swing passes to Jaquindon Jackson. I would not be shocked by the end of the season if we are all seeing Jaquindon Jackson as a clear-cut best player on this team. That's how much he has grown on me watching him this offseason. So I have really, really enjoyed watching him play. And one thing you've seen as far as Bobby Petrino is concerned, we'll show you a prehistoric clip here in just a second. You've seen a lot of these quick passes, right? Something, obviously, that a lot of you Arkansas fans want to see more of.
Settle down, Keon. Settle down, baby. Settle down. There it is. Go, JP! Two's up.
Man, this TYRONE BrODEN catch deserves the slow-mo treatment. Man, a one-handed snag in the new single-digit number. He wore 13 last year. This is what I like to see, baby. So let's have a conversation with the Arkansas wide receiver room, as you'll see the catch one more time here. I'm still skeptical of Broden. Yes, year 5 and year 2 at Arkansas, but we'll see, if he lives up to the hype. It's going to be interesting, the Arkansas wide receiver hierarchy. Is Tesla still someone that's going to be in the ones? I think most people feel it's the Armstrong, Satania, and, of course, Broden show at this point. So I think those will be your top 4. I think Jaden Wilson's interesting, but still, I think those will be your guys. And Braylon Russell, the big man, I love my running backs thick, man. He might jump to Binion and get more snaps than initially thought. And Malachi Singleton, of course, some zone read stuff in that first clip and, just some simple throws. One thing that's interesting about Bobby is just from what I've seen in spring, he's not running as many 3 wide receiver sets. All right, let's get to another practice session. Obviously, Luke Haas, to me, is still going to be such a big part of what they are doing. I would consider him the second best player on this Arkansas offense behind Jaquindon Jackson. I'm interested to see what Satania is going to do out of the slot, right? This is something that would concern me just a bit. I feel like Satania does play a little small sometimes. He's not the biggest guy, but if you want him to be the slot receiver, this is the matchup we want every single time. Satania going up against a linebacker, and the linebacker has inside leverage. This is a throw, okay? And I have no idea why TAYLEN GREEN got off of this this quickly, right? Protection's good. Bang. This should be every single time. Now, once again, I don't know the progressions at all, but what I don't want this Arkansas offense to be is just immediate swing pass every single time. Now, this could have been the play. Look right and let's work the swing pass to the left, but smaller, quicker slot player against a backer, that's what you want. It looks like it was there, but anytime you get Jaquindon Jackson the ball, there's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, we're going to get to as many clips. Let's speed it back up. I believe this was a miscommunication of some sort. Good to get that out before the season actually begins. Sorry for the delay as well. Been dealing with some illnesses as of late, but let's get to this. All right. It's kind of cut off. I can't really see if nothing was open deep right here, but I do love this ball location. If you have a corner going up against a tight end here, more than likely it's some variation of a deeper zone. And, man, this ball location actually ends up being really good. Tight spiral, bang. Right now, we don't know if Haas got a foot inbound. I'll be mostly focusing in on TAYLEN GREEN reps today, but, man, this is a sweet, sweet, sweet throw right here by Malachi Singleton. I also love this play design, okay? I love tight ends. I really, really, really do, okay? So what they're doing here is very intricate, all right? You get an inside release from the tight end, and he's actually running a deep corner, okay? Is it somewhat common that tight ends run corners? Yes. But what I like here is the alignment, all right? You got it. Varkey's Gums in this kind of H-back kind of setup here. He has had a massive leap forward from, where he was last year to this year. If he can't block, it's going to limit his playing time, but he is a good receiver, and this is a very uncharacteristic drop right here, all right? This throw is ridiculous, though. Bang! All right, hits him right in the hands. That's an explosive pass play, and this should have been a pick, okay? Now, I do give Gums credit for staying in there and breaking up that pick right there, but still, I love some of the things I'm seeing from this Petrino offense, okay? Lots of 12 personnel. Ty Washington's also on the field. And this is what I was talking about earlier. If I'm Arkansas, knowing that my wide receiver room is very questionable, I want to run more 12 personnel when you have one of the best tight end rooms. And I'll say it, I think Arkansas does have the best tight end room in the SEC. So why not lean into a talent advantage that you have over everyone else? Because not many people have as deep of a tight end room as Arkansas does. So, yeah, it should be very interesting. That's a good play right here. Who is this DB? Let's see what this is. That's a pretty good anticipation on this throw. And it was hard for me to see a jersey number. And you wonder why I like Varkey's Gums? It's because of stuff like this. There's so many different ways you can disguise a tight end. Fake pitch to the left. Got a little split zone action right here to the right. And that's an easy gain. All right, so we go to another practice. This one is, I think this was practice number 3 of the fall camp. Yeah, this is going to be a thing for me with Arkansas. I would give TAYLEN GREEN the biggest green light to keep running. I understand if you have a shaky backup situation, as Singleton has barely played, so it is one of the weaker backup quarterback situations in the SEC. You want to get into a spot where you're not relying on the QB run game a whole lot. But look, if they are going to play man coverage, we want to run as much as possible. Okay, and I think this was a designed QB draw the whole way because 72 did release. So I want to spend some time talking about what was a massive, massive issue for Arkansas football last year. First thing, 12 personnel yet again. Varkey's Gums, slot receiver here, and Ty Washington, your TE2, if you will. So I want to see Ty Washington and Lucas on the field a whole lot. Because of things like this, right? So you have the tight end clear out right here. He takes one vertical, and then the second vertical is the one you actually throw. And I just love this play design because leaking tight ends is something that college teams have yet to figure out, right? We just did a full film study on this and how Bobby did it last year at A&M. It is floating in the top right corner of your screen right now. And I want to talk about sturdiness, okay? This is a player that I like a lot, number 30 from Jacksonville State. Athletically, he really does pop. He looks like an SEC linebacker. His name slips my mind, okay? He falls down. And by the way, we want to shout out our friends at B3 Fencing and Lawn Services. Sturdiness matters, and when it comes to your fencing, B3 100% guarantees your fencing job will be taken to the next level. So support Power Hour SEC. Give them a call and let them know that you called them from watching this video because it helps your boy out in a major freaking way, okay? And a huge, and I mean ginormous issue for Arkansas last year, whether it was the offensive line, defensive line, they fell down a lot. Now, I don't know if it's a strength and conditioning problem or a speed of play problem. Right here, he gets physical with Varkey's Gums, some 30-on-30 action, and he just kind of slips on his own accord, right? Because he sees Gums, and then he's like, okay, Washington's coming from right behind. And by falling down, it's not as if this throw still wouldn't have been made. A perfect throw probably still gets in this window right here. It's that this becomes a 100% completion when you fall. All right, so one thing Arkansas has had issues with is true freshman production, okay? You know, you give a lot of single-digit jerseys numbers to true freshmen. I want to see some production. This is Selman Bridges, who I thought had an up-and-down spring. This is 7, a linebacker at Alabama, and then a number 6 defensive end. These are 2 true freshmen from the state of Alabama. can they give you something, right? These are guys that were recruited by other Division I Power 5 schools, and they chose Arkansas. Here's another true freshman, Braylon Russell, who we talked about. We actually get a good play right here from Bridges. The ball was behind the receiver here, but can he give you something? I doubt it. I don't think I've seen enough from him. All right, let's chat some Arkansas defense really quickly. So Keelan Russell looks like he's going to be the cornerback one. He takes over the Uno from Snacks Johnson, who quit the team and was selfish, and now he's got to be the guy. He barely played last year. And one thing about Arkansas's defense is it's a bunch of old guys, right? A bunch of old year 5, year 6 type of players. Number 8, Johnson, has been somewhat decent. Hudson Clark's not photoed here. I am very worried about this Arkansas defense personnel-wise, but let's see what happens. Spence is an interesting linebacker. Obviously, Xavier Sori comes over from Georgia. I think Danico Slaughter, number 3, is interesting. I think that's him back there. Something else is I do think Bobby wants to run under center. And I don't know if he's got the offensive line to do that, but I am all for it. Be different. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to get into today? Nico Davalier has been very interesting to me. Lots of throws in the flats. That was Gums again right there. And Varkey's Gums. It's going to be interesting, man. I'm worried about him as a blocker, but we'll see. What about Isaac Tesla? It looks like he's been demoted to mostly second-team work. We'll see what happens. This looks like this should have been an RPO, and it was miscommunication. That's okay. 7, the true freshman getting some work here with the second unit. This is Hudson Clark with the second-ish unit right here, 30. Who, once again, I like a lot. I know we singled him out a minute ago, but athletically he does fit the bill as one of these lengthy in-space backers. Let's see. Oh, man, this is really good stuff right here by Tesla blocking. 30 sees it late, and Tesla just eats him alive. That's good stuff. Braylon Russell. Okay, this is normally a really good sign. You're running with so much power. Let's see if he actually just tripped. Yeah, he just tripped. Okay, I was about to say that would have been a lot. But guys bounce off Braylon Russell just naturally. Is he the RB2? I don't know. Dabinion probably still is that, but I would like to see a lot of Braylon Russell this next year. And I'm also rooting for him because a lot of Arkansas guys just haven't really panned out as big-time Division I Power 5 players just anywhere. And I played Arkansas high school football. I want it to work out. Kind of a weird, route concept. The spacing here, you're running a little, out and up. This is not the best spacing. It's cut off. Let's just hit our check down and get some yards here. Or just run with it. There you go. That's good stuff right there. And you can see actually here at the end that Tesla is trying to get the spacing right here. So if it's in your heart's desire, please drop a super chat in the bottom right corner. Hit that cash symbol, or just hit me up with the Venmo, baby. Goes a long way. So let me know in the comment section below, because a lot of you go back to the McFadden days. You go back to those good Bielema years. Smash mouth, I formation football with the fullback, baby. Would you like to see this? Is this something you personally are interested in, right? Because this did make a few headlines. This would obviously be what Sam Pittman would want out of an offense. Bobby, you think of Bobby Petrino and, Childs and all the great receivers as well with those Ryan Mallett teams. Man, they ran the football, though, like crazy with the Nile Davises of the world, right? And this is what I think if you are going to do the fullback thing, it's going to look like, right? Lucas motioning in the backfield and him being the lead blocker, like, a variation of like a wham play. This looks a little bit more duo-ish. It's really tough to see. Let's see, is this? No, it's not duo. At least I don't think it is. I don't know. Coaches, please correct me. But yeah, it's interesting. Comment below. Let me know what you think. It is Power Hour SEC. Boom. I don't know. I feel a little nostalgia seeing this. You rarely do. But man, this Arkansas tight end room. What's his name? He's from overseas. I keep forgetting. I think he's an interesting player as well. Will Shamar Easter play this year? I don't know. Tonight, we're doing fajitas. Let's go.